The Visionaries, Rick Martel, Power and Glory, and the Warlord versus the Vipers, Jake Roberts, Jimmy Snuka, and the Rockers. We had a little chat at this point with Jake the Snake Roberts in the showers. He's obviously his snake needs to go in the shower.
It needs a wash.
It needs a wash. It stinks. It's hungry. It hasn't been given water for a long time. And he said to the rest of them, "We're going to do this interview. I could just all come into the shower with me, so I can do my thing, and you can all be part of that." So they're all standing there in these showers backstage. Jake Roberts has got a blinded eye.
Yes,
from Rick Martel has sprayed arrogance perfume.
Had sprayed some arrogance perfume
into his eye
with a massive. I don't even know what that is. It's kind of
atomizer.
It's like what you'd use to get rid of bees, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like kind of like a
smoker. One of those things that you'd gone around the garden and it would have got rid of the weeds.
Yes,
you put that insecticide on. So there was always sort of a funny joke that you have your own perfume and you carry it around in a utilitarian poison spray, which is a nice touch. Nobody ever talks about it. No one talks enough about Rick the Model Martel.
No.
He is...
Tried a few things out in his career.
There's a lovely bit in this interview that I really adore, which is the cameraman, for some reason. Jake Roberts does all the talking here. If you've got Jake Roberts and you've got the Rockers and Superfly Snooker, there's no point saying to them, "Do you want to go as well?" You know, they are not going to do a good job. But the cameraman suddenly locks on to Shawn Michaels, and Jake Roberts is talking, and the cameraman's just gone, "What's this?
What's this, man?
This is nice.
Who's
I
this,
like
man?"
this." And at first, Michaels is all like, "Yeah, woo, yeah," like that. And then he goes, this guy
really likes me.
Okay, gonna move it round. No, like that. And Michaels is suddenly going, you can see him bristling like, what's this guy's
what's this
deal?
guy into?
Hey man, I ain't Rhea Ripley. Get your stinky eyes off me. It's a really nice uncomfortable moment, and the guy sort of like, the camera slowly and regretfully goes over to Jake Roberts.
Still talking.
He's so golden boy.
And he's never been bigger, I think. Like,
no,
he looks really pumped up, doesn't he?
If you saw the Shawn Michaels of now, and if you saw the Shawn Michaels of the mid-2000s, and then you held up a photo of that guy, you'd go, well, the first two are the same guy.
Yes.
Who's this one?
Who's this big guy?
This
golden
lump.
big lump.
Oh, but Michael's here. I mean, it's funny that you wouldn't have ever said this guy is going to be the future of the business, because he shows very little in the way of charisma or personality here. I think that's probably because he and Janae are absolutely hungover. That was pretty much the extent of. I often think with the Rockers, we see them, and I certainly watched them when I was younger, and I had the idea that this was the main thing they did. This is a very small part of the day that they do. It's the evening. They go, maybe turn up at 4 o'clock, and then they'll do a show, and then they'll go out. This is probably a fifth of what their lives were like, and the 4/5 outside would have just been unbelievably vivid. It would have been hotels, booze, women, practical jokes,
Somas,
nothing, no end in sight.
After that serious eye injury, I think you're coming back way too soon.
Everybody has something to say. Martel had something to say. Let me tell you something. If you want to find out about my health, you don't talk to a doctor. You talk to my psychiatrist. He tells you how this heart beats.
All right.
There's one thing, they call themselves the Vipers, which of course will be a Randy Orton name at one point. The Snakes, I would have liked it. Because there was an advert that's been running on like Channel 4, and they've changed it, and I'm really disappointed. But it was an advert for Made in Chelsea.
Right.
And it ends just with two girls talking. And one of them is in a club, and she goes, "Why don't you go away and just talk to all your friends?" And the other one responds with my favourite thing anyone's ever said ever. She goes, "Why don't you go away and talk with all your friends, only you haven't got any because you're a snake." And I'm obsessed with it.
You're a snake.
Because you're a snake. Absolutely obsessed with that.
Fuzzy, I'm not. Sorry, I don't speak snake. I don't speak to you. And it just baffles me when men go from caviar to catfish.
How is reality television doing numbers these days? Because it's everything's a producer prompt.
Yep.
Everything's just to ask her that, say these exact words, and deliver them like you'd never acted before in your life.
Do you know what, Pete?
And people, they just get away with it.
It's the same as wrestling, isn't it? It's the same as wrestling. Why do you watch that? It's fixed. It's Made in Chelsea, mate. Made in Chelsea is just angles, except instead of having matches, they have sex off camera. That's all it is. And then you have another feud that spirals out of that. Tag team partners, sex partners, they break up, and then they feud, and then it builds up to a huge climax, WrestleMania stroke the argument in Mahiki. Dated reference.
In Zilly Fish.
Yeah. That is a great reference. Jimmy Snuka has stopped taking care of himself by this point.
He looks like a real mangy cat.
He does. He's let his beard has grown and his hair's gone sort of, frizzy and long. He's also got weird multicoloured boots on. So he's slightly sort of gone, for years I've dressed in the same things, the sort of the tiger print boots and shorts. And then he's gone, do you know what, those tiger print boots, they're fucked now. I'm just going to wear a pair that I probably got in 1968. They're like the colours of the ANC flag. You sort of go, everything's falling apart at the seams here. At this point, Snuka is 47. Right. So that is a year older than I am. I don't get to say that very often. Yeah. I don't get to watch a wrestler that's older than me very much anymore. Yeah. I did look at Snuka and I did think I look so much better than Jimmy Superfly Snuka did in 1990.
Yeah, a murderer.
Very pleased. Killed a woman. Killed a woman. This is a great match. I mean, it really is good fun. There's a brilliant start where they do a great bit of big man, little man work with Marty Jannetty and the Warlord, where Jannetty is squiggling out of the way, and then the Warlord finally gets a hold of him, and Jannetty carries on doing squiggling, and it's just really, really good fun. That, to me, seemed like a timeless bit of wrestling. You could have seen that Warlord Jannetty bit in Britain in 1958, and you could see it now on an indie, and it would still do great business. It was just a timeless, lovely piece of wrestling. We've talked about the Warlord before. He's Dave Bautista's favourite wrestler.
Yes, that's right.
And there are a few people who sort of like, especially the big guys, they tend to come out and go, when I was a kid, I always loved the Warlord. And I thought he was crap. But I watched this. He's really good in.
Yeah.
And I suddenly sort of thought, maybe I've just been too harsh on him. This match, he's really, really fun in. And I think you don't see very much of him being fun. He was always boring with the jobbers, and he just didn't do interviews because he couldn't really speak. And so he just roar a lot, and he was a bit one-dimensional. But this match, he's really entertaining in. And I was a bit like, maybe I'm a massive Warlord fan now. Not sure.
Well, I like reading up on him and stuff. He constantly tried to sort of come back, but he retired from wrestling because he was hit in a car by a Pizza Hut.
That's right. A Pizza Hut delivery went into the back of his car. He got neck injuries.
And then he attempted.
I mean, the thing is, you see, neck injuries are hard to prove.
Yeah.
He was at the end of a wrestling career. He's on the Independents and he gets hit by a van that has the name of a multinational on the side. So we can wonder.
Pre-dash cam.
Yeah, pre-dash cam.
Is the Warlord still with us?
Yes, he is.
Well, I don't know then.
I believe.
and he attempted to come back 2001, but he got damaged in a motorcycle accident. It's like, stop. Get a driver.
After a while of having accidents, you have to begin going, Pizza Hut to blame? Or could it be the Warlord is the problem here? The common denominator in all of these.
Maybe he got given a Pizza Hut tricycle. And that's a motorcycle. That's why he got caught.
I'd forgotten as well watching this as well. Power and Glory. One of those teams who everyone liked at the time, but time has been so kind to them where people are just like, they were one of the great underrated tag teams of the early 90s.
Yeah.
Hercules and Paul Roma, two guys who were really going nowhere in WWE at this point, stick them together as Power and Glory. They really do good matches. They have great matches against the Rockers. They have a great finishing move, which is Hercules does the superplex and then Paul Roma would jump with a big splash on top of people. Back in the days when the splash off the top rope was still seen as being one of the great high-risk moves.
Yeah.
And to have it timed so that Hercules would do a superplex and then Roma would almost instantly be on them, people were like, how can they do that? It's so, like, finely tuned.
Yeah.
You watch it now and you go, sort of basic. But still a good move.
Yeah.
And they are really, really good. Paul Roma, one of those guys who he was always at the sort of opening match level in the WWF, and he would be constantly given small pushes, and it always felt like they were going to do something with him. I think he was seen at that point as being too small. That was just the thing with him. He very popularly, not even going to try it again. He was made a member of the Four Horsemen,
right,
in about 93, and people were like, that shouldn't have happened. You know, he is not the level of star. And they had a thing of just going, well, he'll get the rub and he'll become a big star. There was something about him. He was Italian American. He had an arrogance. He wore a suit well. well, but that wasn't enough. And nobody ever quite pushed him. He'd probably had too many years at a low level. And he has, in more recent years, he's always bitter.
Yeah.
And so he'll do shoot interviews and he'll be like, I want to shoot fight Ric Flair, the old fuck. He had no you know, it's all that sort of thing. And you just go, you're not helping your cause. You're not helping your cause. Hercules, who is his partner, had very, very bum showy shorts on. Hercules, sort of funny, as a strong man, he obviously was into the body beautiful thing. But you do get the impression that for the last years of his career, he was very much like, I do want people to see my bottom.
See my bum.
My body looks great. It would be a crime to not let these people see these cheeks. And obviously no one's told him, you know, mate, it's sort of disgusting. The bum is good. But your head, you look like sort of like someone from Auf Wiedersehen, perhaps.
Yeah, it's like an ugly man accentuating something that, you know.
Look, a bottom can be a very beautiful thing, right? The problem is when it's on Hercules, you're like, don't like it. Do not like
don't like it.
Stick Hercules' bum on Claudia Schiffer, say, and you'd be like, great bum. Great bum. Hercules just has to understand he doesn't have the full kit.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't start showing off your dick and balls.
Yeah,
you know?
you can't look at a cut and shut and go, nice bumper.
Exactly that. I mean,
but the rest of the car's on fire.
Yeah, but it is a nice bumper.
It's a nice bumper.
Hercules' lovely bumper. What a gorgeous bump. The crowd, they do really like Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Still, he's still seen as being a big name.
Yeah,
interesting sort of thing they do, and it's the same with Junkyard Dog, which is they have a noise they make. So Junkyard Dog used to go ooh ooh ooh, and Jimmy Snuka used to go ooh ooh ooh. And when the crowd do it, it does just sound like they're booing.
Right.
You've got to be really careful not to have a, you know, if you had something like "erg" as your noise, and people like
Get
love
this
it.
Prick off. The Junkyard Dog's catchphrase is not it's that's a dog talking to you, baby.
That's the dog talking to you.
The Junkyard Dog for his growl.
Stop talking to you, baby.
Oh, he is the
best.
It's a good match. This, I mean, Rick Martel especially is great in this as the captain. There's a lovely bit where Roberts brings out the snake, and Rick Martel just is like a cartoon character, flailing his arms and just rolling. Everybody on the bad team survives. One of the first times, I think, the first time it happened in Survivor Series history, and I'm not sure it's ever happened since. And it was because they have a thing at the end of this one where all the survivors are going to go to have a match against each other. Again, the first time that was done, I think the last time it was done as well. And so they needed bodies. And so they decided, well, you know, once Roberts is out of the way, who cares about the Rockers and Snuka? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let them all go through.
Yeah.
And then you get a whole tag team in Power and Glory. Then you get the big Warlord. And then you've got the sort of sneaky Rick Martel who can do it. And it's just a really good bit of booking to put all of those guys through. There is something for everyone.
He never saw him coming. You sheep ass, excuse me, you sheep person, never saw him.